everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a road trip video in the 1989 Honda Prelude SI four-wheel steer. So it's going to be about a 400 to 500 mile trek over the next couple days. The first stop being right here in the beautiful pine forest of Pine, Arizona, just outside the city here, about a mile to go. I'll stop and grab lunch there, and then I'm going to continue this afternoon to a city called Winslow. You might have heard of Winslow before because it's famous from an Eagles song, Take It Easy. There's a line in there, something to the effect of, standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, such a fine sight to see, so on and so forth. So I'll show you the actual corner. We're gonna go stand on it, get a few pictures there. And then tonight, we're gonna head to what's called the Wigwam Motel in Holbrook, right off Route 66, which is now Interstate 40. You'll see how cool this is when we get there. But car's been doing awesome. I really haven't had this thing out a heck of a lot since last summer. I took it to the Honda Cars, Bikes, and Coffee event out in Torrance last June. Other than that, it's been kind of garage queen, so I'm glad to stretch its legs. So with that, let's go into Pine and see what's going on in there. Here's the good old Pinewood Tavern. Just gonna grab a quick bite here and then get on our way. Nice and crisp up here. This does say typically about 20 degrees cooler than Phoenix just because of the elevation that we're at. That was a pretty good little grilled cheese. Found it. This is the place with the Winslow Arizona statue. Let's check it out. Here's the statue. Not sure if you can hear it, but they have Eagles music playing in the background here. They have references to the Eagles everywhere. Look at the verbiage on this building with the lyrics written all around the roof line. This is it, Holbrook, Arizona. Not much to see here, that's for sure. But I can already see my hotel or motel. Look up on the right. Oh boy, the Wigwam awaits. Ha! Love it. I gotta get a picture here. Too cool. Have you slept in a wigwam lately? Gives me memories of those Ford commercials. Have you driven a Ford lately? I wonder who came up with it first. Check out the cars parked in front of these things. Wow. Americana at its finest. Okie dokie, we are all set. We're gonna be in wigwam number 2. There it is again. Have you slept in a wigwam lately? I love it. All right, let's go scope this out and see. I'm guessing it's just that one right there. Second one down. Unfortunately, the car got a little dirty on the way here through that little patch of rain. Small price to pay for a little bit of an adventure. Let's give this a whirl. Oh, there we go. What? That's not even half bad. Smells good. I don't know, for some reason I thought it would be a vaulted ceiling in here. We should take advantage of all that upstairs space. Cozy little bathroom. Hey, I love it. This is amazing. Got tow maters. Grandpa out there is what the sign said, aka the tow truck from Cars movie. Pretty prime location here, right on the main road. Gonna take a little walk later on and get a steak. I did a little bit of research and found there's a steakhouse, I think just a little ways down this road. Now, of course, this would be old Route 66, now bypassed by Interstate 40, so it's pretty quiet right now. It's about 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. Not much rush hour here. Just glancing through some of these cars, this Galaxy 500 last expired in 2003, so has not been road legal for 22 years. A little bit of rust here around the back window, but in typical Arizona fashion, it's in really good shape body-wise. This one over here is kind of an odd duck. It's got suicide doors, and it's a Studebaker Commander. Look at the front end on that thing. We are asked not to open up the cars or anything like that, so I will respect that. But I do love this two-door Buick Special. Gonna take a wild guess and say 1956-ish. Gonna have to research that later. Old Ford and another Buick Special, this one a 4-door. Let's see if it's got plates on it. Yeah, that one's still valid. That's good through 2029. Let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say Pontiac because of this chrome trim on the back, but not 100% sure on that. And over here, I'm gonna guess 59 Chevy Impala. I'm not super good at these old cars, but I've written about quite a few of them for some freelance websites, so I'm starting to pick up piece by piece. Love the color matched dashboard in there. And over here we have a Lincoln Continental Mark IV in pretty good shape all around. Here's a fun one. How about a Volkswagen Beetle RV conversion? I love how they even painted the side of it here as if it were the silhouette of a bug. Oldsmobile Cutlass. What do you want to guess on this one? 69-ish? Wild guess. Research it later. That one expired in 2021. Not sure here. I'm gonna guess Hudson. These back sort of integrated wheel skirts lead me to believe that, but oh yeah, Doc Hudson it says on the license plate, so I'm not too far off there. No windows here, so we can peek inside at least. Old car smell. Hope you can appreciate it through the screen at least. Last but not least, over here, not even sure where I'm gonna go with this one on my guess. But those seats are pretty well spent. You can see the upholstery on the bottom cushion too is just down to the springs. Oh, it is a Nash. I was almost gonna guess that. It's a Nash based on the hubcap. Air Flight, expired in 1989 on the plate. I lied, we're gonna look at just a few more on the way back to the lobby and parked around it. This one says Falcon, so it's a Ford Falcon utility van, maybe a predecessor to the Econoline or E-Series as we know it. There's a late model Camry with peeling paint. Over here, a ranch wagon. This caught my eye when we were checking in earlier, especially because of that paint job. Two-door station wagon, kind of like what Chevrolet was doing with the Nomad back in the day. Here's a Chevy 3800 pickup. This one on the right says DeSoto Suburban. Got a nice set of roof rails up top. Spotlights here on the front end. Definitely due for a windshield. Column mounted manual transmission, which is kind of cool. And last registered or expired in 1979. Sitting next to a four-door hardtop Oldsmobile Holiday. '98 Holiday. Maybe one of the older cars in the collection. Looks like it originally came from Pennsylvania. Can't tell what year that came from. We've got a sticker from a Des Moines, Iowa car club. This car's kind of been around to go from Pennsylvania to Iowa and wind up here in Arizona along Route 66. Oh, it actually says Packard, so it is not a Buick special, it's a Packard special. Really intricate engineering here with the badging. I love that attention to detail back in the day. Not much left to identify this one by, but maybe a candidate for a resto mod if somebody had a budget big enough. This is kind of what more of what we'll see tomorrow. I believe these are petrified rocks, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna head out to the Petrified Forest National Park. It's only about 20 or so miles, I think, east of here on I-40. We'll check that out, as well as what they call the Painted Desert, and you'll see why they call it that. It's very beautiful, colorful rock formations and sandstone hike scenery and all that. So we'll check that out tomorrow and hopefully have some good weather to do it. A little bit of rain today, but it's really comfortable right now. Just some roadside attractions here in Holbrook. Didn't know we were going to Jurassic Park today, did you? Decided to walk a couple blocks to the west and scope out this clearly abandoned restaurant or hotel here. I love the flat top mid-century modern vibes that it gives off, but you can tell this place has not been maintained for a little while. Don't know how close I'll be able to get to it, but let's take a quick peek. Another overgrown motel here. You can see in the background there. A lot of busted out windows. Be fun to walk around in there though. This is a room sort of attached to the lobby, if you can call it that, or the check-in desk at Wigwam. They have all these different rock types and formations on display here. You know you're in a small town when Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, 3 in a row. Let's try dinner. Just want to get a quick glimpse outside now that it's dark out. See what this place is like at night.